Hello everyone. Let's provide the solution to this problem very quickly. 2 to the power of square root of x equal to 8 to the power of x. Okay, if you have a problem like this, your target is to make sure they have the same base. So that we have 2 to the power of square root of x being equal to 8 here is 2 times 2 times 2, right? So this will be to the power of x. So this means that we can make them have the same base. 2 to the power of x. This will now be 2 times 2 times 2 is 2 to the power of 3. Then we have x outside. And by the way, we can always multiply the power, right? So 2 to the power of root x is equal to 2 to the power of 3x, because we have to multiply the powers. Now the bases are the same. We can now equate the powers. Square root of x equal to 3x. Now what should we do in this case? We can now square both sides. Square root of x to the power of 2. We are squaring both sides because of the square. So we have 3. You must put this in bracket and square it, because if you do not, it means that the square will be for the x alone, right? Now this is going to go with this. X will now be equal to 3x to the power of 2. And by the way, this means that x is equal to 3x multiplied by 3x. So we have our x to be equal to 9x squared. And this means that 9x squared is equal to x. So that we can bring x to the left, and we have 9x squared minus x that is equal to 0. From here, x is common. So here I'm going to have 9x. Then here we have 1. And everything is equal to 0. Since we are multiplying these two terms to get 0, either of them must be equal to 0. So I'm going to say that x equals 0, or 9x minus 1 equals 0. X here remains 0, or on this side 9x equals 1, because minus 1 becomes positive 1 on the right. Now our x remains 0, or on this side we can divide both sides by 9. We are doing that so that we can get the value of x. So this can go now. X here remains 0, or x on the other side is 1 over 9. So let's bring the solutions together. X is equal to 0, or 1 over 9. But then we are going to confirm our result very quickly to know whether we were right or wrong. Okay, so the values of x, we have x to be 0 or 1 over 9, right? So I'm going to put 0 right there. So we have 2 to the power of root 0. That should be equal to 8 to the power of 0, because square root of 0 is 0 and 2 to the power of 0 is 1. Then on the right, 8 to the power of 0 is still 1, because any number to the power of 0 is 1, just as we were taught in indices. Now, we're going to work with the next value of x, which is x equals 1 over 9. So this means we have 2 to the power of square root of 1 over 9. Then equal to 8 to the power of x, which is now 1 over 9. So do we know if this will be equal if the left hand side will be equal to the right hand side. Let's work on that. Now 2 here to the power of square root of 1 over 9 is the same as 2 to the power of 1 over 3, because square root of 1 is 1, square root of 9 is 3. Now, will this be equal to 8 to the power of 1 over 9? By the way, let's work on 8. This is 2 to the power of 1 over 3. Now, on the other side, 8 is the same as 2 to the power of 3. Okay, so this will now be raised to the power of 1 over 9. And since we are going to multiply, okay, let me multiply that. 2 to the power of 1 over 3 equals 2 to the power of 3 over 9. Because if you multiply 3 by 1, it gives you 3, and the 9 goes under. Now we can reduce this fraction so that we have 2 to the power of 1 over 3, and that is equal to 2 to the power of 1 over 3, because 3 into 3 is 1 and 3 into 9 is 3. Okay, so this means that the left hand side is equal to the right hand side, and it's to confirm that x equals 0 or 1 over 9. But then we can use another method for this. 2 to the power of root x equals 8 to the power of x. We can take log of both sides. If you don't want to go this extra mile or go this extra length, what do? You have log 2 to the power of root x equals log 8 to the power of x. Now the power goes behind, so we have square root of x log 2 equals x log 8. Okay, divide this by log 2 and divide this by log of 2. Now this will go, so we have square root of x already, and that is equal to x. Then 8 is log 2 to the power of 3, and that will be over log 2. Okay, if we continue, square root of x will be equal to x. Then this 3 here comes back, so we multiply by 3 log 2, and everything is over log 2, right? Now log 2 can cancel log 2, and then if you go ahead, we have square root of x to be equal to 3 times x, and that is 3x. Okay, if you recall, at some point we had something like this in the first method we use. So once you arrive at this, it leads you from here to a quadratic equation, and then you solve it to get your x equals 0 or 1 over 9. Thank you for watching. If you love this video, subscribe to my channel and share to your friends.